Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by Scary Things. It is March 2023, and you are listening to Leaves in the Jungle, Season 3, Episode 3. In this game, we're using the Wildsea world setting and system, and I am Ian playing the Firefly.
And I am Austin playing Zetsuyaku, the Chelicray.
And I'm Bev playing Rook the Ardent.
I'm Dylan. I'm playing Jisun, the Gao.
Hi, I'm noticing a problem with the sound. If you notice, Jisun's line is moving a lot faster than ours.
It should be okay.
Mine's steady with the rest.
It should be okay. I've had this problem before, and it has not been an issue.
Well, then in that case, hi, I'm Jonathan, and I'm playing Roast.
Excellent. It shouldn't be an issue as far as I can tell. And on my end, it's going the same. So I think we're good.
Okay.
Sorry for the hesitation. I was expecting your lead in with and here, and we have. I
was moving between sheets, so I didn't have it all set.
You just said scary things, and then it was like, oh, that, yeah. Scary.
Yep. Okay, guys, what happened last session?
We went to a party, and we crashed it. It was fancy. We were fancy.
We exhibited the dangers of alcoholism.
Rose got in way over her head.
And made a friend.
I was underpaid and overworked.
Yeah, no, that sounds like you guys covered what happened.
Also, we killed a guy.
Oh, yeah. No, that was the important part.
What are you talking about?
You guys defeated one of the three generals. And by defeated, I mean you mercilessly.
Mercilessly? Yes.
Mercy.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, I like that. Mercilessly.
You mercilessly spoiled him alive in wine and fire?
No, we electrocuted him and exploded him in fire.
Yes.
Very important distinction.
Fair enough. It was a grand celebration. One no one will forget for quite a long time. They have, as you guys left, reinforcements quickly arrived, and they have barricaded the whole island and prepared themselves for a possible attack because, they didn't like what you did. That was not good.
Everyone's a critic.
It's not very inclusive of them.
You're right.
It wasn't good, but it was fantastic.
I think that I wouldn't tell you guys my plans, but I restructured that to, I won't tell you the secret plans, but any plans that have at least 1 point towards the 3-point succeeding goal for the plans, those plans you know about. So currently there are 3 plans with 1 or more points. Plan 1 is to train another general. Whether you were going to kill this guy or not as your first move, I was still planning on getting a 4th general. I guess now I'm going to get a 3rd general or a 2nd general, depending upon what you guys do. But the general that they are training is a caterpillar with baby hands. That plan is currently 2 points out of 3 points towards its goal. The other 2 plans are to conquer Umtop, which is, if you remember correctly, the epic and wonderful beach time, fun time place where what his name is from? Gomez.
It's like, this is like old mob rules. You don't mess with the wife, and you don't mess with the beach episode location. This is a violation.
It's where the Flamhimbo's from.
No,
I think Gomez was from there too, wasn't it?
No, we didn't meet. We met Andy after the Bender. He's from Big Apple.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah. Rook did have a little thing with aloe on the beach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was a very attractive.
What happened or what we did together, but it was something.
There was a thing. I believe Jisun had more of a thing. Or no, Gomez. It was Gomez. It was Gomez had a full-on
totally
thing.
Jisun. I remember this. I remember rolling out from under the bed and just being like, "Yeah."
I think I do remember it being him
with my little mushroom butt as I walked out through the door, and I was like, don't be such a prude, basically. I'm paraphrasing, but I do remember that moment.
Don't be such a prude.
And it was Jisun. Rook attempted to have a thing with aloe, and Jisun finished it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Rook is working through stuff, okay?
Anyways, that's top, and that's where they're currently trying to conquer there. They're not making a ton of headway because it's only a 1 out of 3 points, but it is. There's some boots on the ground sort of thing over there. They're also trying to conquer Harek's Stand, which, if you remember correctly, was the rogue's den where the magic mushroom farmer is from. Yeah. So, which options. I remember.
Does Jisun really need the competition, though?
I mean, I'm not a farmer. Those are just ingredients.
Support farmers.
Yeah.
Support local business.
Scuddles, that's his name. Scuddles, the magic mushroom farmer.
Scuddles.
Oh, Scuddles.
Yeah. So those are the current plans that the Empire has active. Active is the correct term. Today you all chose to attack Arbock's evil lab. You don't know what it does, but you know Arbock's island is home to an evil lab. And you don't like the sounds of that. It's an evil lab. Nothing good comes from there.
It could be a plague. It could be a giant half mechanical, half biological colossus that burns the world, and then you got the whole toxic jungle to worry about, and suddenly we're in Nausicaa and
the buggies.
Yep. Exactly. So the set piece for the evil lab that I'm using is the haunted house. We'll see how this one goes. This one's a little less structured, or I shouldn't say a little. This is a lot less structured than the other set piece I just used, which was the elusive celebration. I did it again. Exclusive celebration, not elusive. Darn it.
It keeps moving around. It's one of those secret invitation places.
I can never get my bead on it.
Yeah. So the haunted house. So what's your guys's... And you had discussed potentially using a shout to do a few things, or to attempt to do a few things. So what's the game plan? Are you using a shout? How are you using it? Are you using it before you attack the evil lab, or after you attack the evil lab, or during your attack on the evil lab? What's the game plan here, ladies and gentlemen?
It's just so evil.
I think if we're going to shout, we should do it sooner rather than later, just to give, as much a timely advantage as possible.
Or we could wait for our enemy to commit even more of their forces towards conquering those two territories, and then turn the tide on them.
Okay, but we're not the ones going in to turn the tide here.
Yeah, exactly. We have a big magic bomb. We want to catch as many of them as in the explosion as we can, right?
Oh, we're using a big magic bomb? I thought we were using friends.
Same difference.
Potato.
Big magic bomb that makes your friends go to war with your enemies for you.
I mean,
But
I don't know about you, but my friends are the bomb.
Well, there's a difference between the bomb and da bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Duh.
I know what I said.
One of those is a much higher explosive yield.
Because we definitely need to save Top. I have a strong emotional attachment to Top. It needs to be saved.
Can't let them take the party planet.
But I don't think that they can just take it right away.
No, it takes me 2 more quote unquote actions in order to take it. And I only get an action if you use a shout or if you guys choose to level up.
But if we take that option off the board entirely with a shout,
I'll be honest, metagaming a little bit. A shout, I gave you guys a shout will delete a major thing off the board. This only has 1 point, so I kind of, you could take it out with a shout, and I'd probably give you both of the plans, 2 out of the 3 plans with a shout, but you're getting 2 points for a shout instead of 3 points for a shout, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't want to use the shout like that.
Yeah.
I think your original plan of using a shout to do the radio towers was kind of a cool idea.
Yeah. Who do we have that can support us in this particular dire circumstance?
I feel like it needs some kind of army situation, opposed to an individual.
I was thinking of Nonashi and his band because there's a group of them.
Let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
Murder time, ragtime.
Plinkety plinkety pew pew pew.
Murder hobos unite.
Yeah, maybe they can do I don't know, a nod to Mission Impossible during their break-in and sabotage. And yeah, you know what? It has the word sabotage in it. I'm all for it. Let's go.
Sabotage.
Okay. All right. You guys are good with that? You're using the shout. Now, does someone want to tell me what shout you're using? It's on the sheet you guys have.
There we go. Nonashi and the crew, shout number 8, and the band comes marching in.
Excellent.
Come in and start doing some propaganda music as they take over the.
Yeah. So what's your guys' goal for this shout?
Take out the towers, the radio towers, as a resource.
You want to destroy them?
No, commandeer them.
Yeah.
Commandeer them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And send out our rebel frequency among the waves.
Okay.
Or pirate radio, as it were.
So that's going to be significantly more difficult. Now, you guys can do it. I'm not saying you can't. But it's one thing to just destroy a place and leave. It's another thing to capture a place and hold it. You know?
If they hack it, so only they have the codes.
That's fair. You guys have used the shout, and the band comes marching in. So the band comes marching in as the Rock Lobster, Nonashi's ship, and the crew, all as you guys leave the fiery, burning Orknose Island, and armies are coming in to support it. You guys shout, and the band comes marching in, and Nonashi's Rock Lobster crawls from the underbrush and right up, and the whole band just starts playing this badass tune, and the lobster's just chomping people left and right with its claws, and smashing things, blasting things, just all hell's breaking loose. How are they capturing this location?
With the hearts and minds of rock and roll.
Well, I mean, they have a giant lobster. the forces that are on the island right now, before everything else arrives, is in disarray. So they're probably going to use the fact that the enemy is currently scattered and they're all trying to put out the fire to get up, and let's say they'd probably want to take like the place where the main crew is communicating from, that like situations on the island, wherever they're broadcasting their fire control.
A control tower of sorts.
Yes, exactly. And then capture this, and then maybe hold the dudes hostage or something like that.
Describe.
Hello, my fellow guards.
Yeah, describe how. Give me the scenario. Tell me how it goes. Tell me what happens. What did Nonashi say? What did, was there any inspiring moments? Was there any epic scenes from this battle?
Yeah, but we didn't have the budget to animate that.
Yeah, that's why this is a flashback. That's why we're not doing this, like, actually. That's why I'm giving it to you guys. I'm like, we don't have the budget. I'm giving it to you.
So, like, one of those grand, like, Bollywood scenes where, like, physics, there is no physics. There's only the hero, and the hero what the hero can do. And, like rock lobsters smashing, clamping and clawing, and all of a sudden you just see this cord ring out, and you just see it like throw its claw out, and out just flies Nonashi and the band as they just bust through the front door of the control tower, lands like sliding into another power cord.
And then there's like three operators in the control tower. And Nonashi leaps out, and he's got like a big cleaver in one hand and his scorpion arm thing on the other. And he screams, and he's like, operate the controls and patch us in, right? And then the first guy's like, no, never, I'm honorable until death, and I'll never work for you. And then it just pans out, and you hear the Wilhelm scream as he's thrown from a window. And then it pans back, and both of the other operators are now hurriedly working.
Nice. I thought you were going to go with...
Diplomacy works all day.
Instead of throwing out the window, I thought you were going to go with he stabs him with his scorpion arm. Like, because he has the tail of a scorpion as one arm. Yes,
I know. Which is exactly why I did it that way. It's because you're like, oh no, he's armed and he's deadly. He's got poison. He's a monster. Yeah. And then he just like hurls him from the control tower.
That's fair. Yeah. I like that. The subversion is nice. It's good. Yeah. Okay. So they're in the control tower. What are they saying to the people of this island? Are they riling them up? Are they, telling them to hide? Are they telling them to fight? What are they telling the people of this island? What are they telling the radio waves?
Well, they're
nothing
rocking.
To lose but your chains. But in rock
I was
form.
thinking like playing their new smash hit. Skin farmers are basically an analog for Nazis. You know what I mean?
There's an ancient word from the pre-Verdancy. And we are using that word.
We know it to mean dipshit.
It gives me the urge to punch. I have no idea why.
I don't know why.
It's synonymous
Everybody
for
I don't
always the
like
bad guy.
is automatically one of them.
I mean, our governor definitely is.
And eaten by the bees.
Okay, yeah. No, you guys, as you leave the island, after a little while, you manage to get to safety, and you hear over the radio waves, instead of it being, coded messages about, the army's movements and such, it becomes this rock concert of epic proportions, and that Nonashi and the crew have won. They've conquered the radio towers. They're yours to command.
I turned to Jisun. Look, he did it. He's a professional. He's on the radio.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
I guess he did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, Roast just sitting behind them, crossing arms. I guess.
But like she's smiling when she says it.
Yeah. It's just like a little bitter. They're all fawning, but like impressed with the play.
Yeah, like she's happy for him. You know, like I guess he's done a good job, but like in a positive for Roast way.
Oh, sibling love. Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys. You did it. You sail onward to mess with Arbock's evil lab.
All right, good session, guys.
Yeah. No, in front of you, after sailing for a while, is an island covered in a fog. It's dense, it's thick, it's cold, and it's sticky.
I was about to say.
Yeah, it's not a fun fog. It's weird. It doesn't smell right. It doesn't feel right. It's just kind of unsettling and gross.
This fog is thicker than your. This fog is thicker than your spores, Dad.
Nothing's thicker than my spore.
How dare you?
Takes offense.
I know. That's why it's concerning.
I was about to say, does any of us have a spore scarf or anything? Would you say this is a new horror I'm seeing, Ian?
The fog is not quite a horror yet. The fog is unsettling, but I wouldn't quite classify it as a horror unto itself. No.
Does my crumpled frog give me a secret as we discover a new place, or have we not discovered the new place yet?
You have not discovered the new place yet.
Okay.
But you are about to.
Cool. Are we being watched?
Are you being watched?
I always know if I am being watched or followed or tracked.
Oh.
Always.
That's
because
cool.
I am literally food.
you are being watched, yes.
Okay. Somebody's watching us. I didn't mean to be that Valley Girl. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna call Tums up to the deck, and I'm gonna get him to give us his bling, his Reynold, and we're gonna get the chimeric amalgam to grab onto Reynold's skull, and therefore we now have visual, audio, and spectral analysis in one convenient package, and I cannot believe we haven't done this before.
And then we can. Yeah,
Do you remember the Malp from Stargate?
Yeah,
we have a Malp.
I love it.
I will protect. I will kill all of you if anything happens to the Malp.
You know me. You reference Stargate, and I'm a simple man. I only need very few things to be happy.
I also love that it's G-Son's idea to bring up Reynold and like acknowledge that Reynold actually exists, because I'd like to point out that this is the first time y'all have actually admitted Reynold exists.
Rook
I didn't admit anything. I just
witness this.
No.
She's
He
doing her own
exists
thing.
He exists as a skull. He just doesn't exist as a spiritual being. At least not when Rook's present.
Look, I don't know how this all works.
And I miss it. I miss the whole thing. I'm like doing engineering. I'm helping Scraps with whatever the humidity is doing to his fur.
You're just brushing him out.
I'm just brushing him out on the deck. I've got like one, when you're like brushing out your pet and then there's just like a fluff ball next to them. I got like a big sticky it's a cousin it size sticky gross.
Yeah, his sticky fog coat is coming in.
Yeah. Do you send out this
it's a chimeric
lines this chimeric amalgam with a skull?
Spooky chimeric amalgam?
Yeah, spooky chimeric amalgam.
I definitely do. And then I'll see what its eagle mushroom eyes see.
Yeah, Reynold's like, oh, this is quite interesting, flying. I quite enjoy this.
What Reynald doesn't notice is a few spores kind of creep onto his skull.
Oh no!
I'll have to get the child to polish me later.
And when he comes off, he's going to have like a little orange like friar tuck.
Tums will definitely polish that out.
I can't believe you take this.
Tums does not appreciate your use of his ghosty buddy, but he will do it because Dad
You
asked.
have your own horrifying buddy. Let me have mine.
And my horrifying buddy just likes to make friends.
No. Yeah, what is Ghost I See? You're ZT, you get a advance notice when you're in danger. You're in danger.
I don't know, Ralph. The ghost of Christmas present is Ralph Wickham.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you guys are not only being watched, but you're in danger. As you move around the fog, you realize you're not going where you thought you were going. Like, Reynald and the Chimerica Malcolm keep coming back to you guys and being like, yes, it's to the left, like the island's to the left, like we got to go that way. And you go that way, and then Reynald comes back and he's like, no, it's to the right, like you guys overshot it. And you go back and you're clearly lost, and it's not looking good. Reynald can see lots of just hungry dead sitting in this fog waiting for the souls of the dead. And yeah, he's not eager to be here.
Cool. I
I'm
think
not
we
eager to
share
be.
that very, very mutually. I think we all share that feeling. So we've got like some weird thing going on with the flow of the trees here that's keeping us from reaching the island, almost like it doesn't want us to approach.
I'm on the top deck. Can my ghost sight see anything?
Yeah, you can mark a mire.
Oh no!
As,
Stop asking questions, Rook.
That's what you get. That's what you get for interacting.
as you see all around you see clearer than Reynald can articulate, because like Reynald is speaking through Tums kind of thing. Like Reynald's telling Tums, and then Tums is telling the group. Also, as good as Reynald is, he's still like an ancient ghost, just tied. He doesn't have the strength you have, sort of thing. You can see just thousands upon thousands of hungry dead, like arms and like crawling out of the eaves and leaves, and they're pushing your ship, and they're guiding your ship around, not quite in circles, but in like random patterns, just keeping you lost as these ghosts slowly maneuver your ship and just wait. You know they're waiting. They know that they can do this forever, and they know you cannot, and you will soon join them, sort of thing.
Okay, I go down to the kitchen. And I tell G-Son, we're gonna need all the salt you have. All the salt you have.
Whoa. You walk into my kitchen and you ask me for salt.
Yes.
I hand you the salt shaker.
Thank you. Wait, one salt shaker? I mean, I just like grab it and then I grab him. I said all the salts, garlic or otherwise, you have.
Are we under attack by spooky entities, possibly vampires, werewolves, and or the common like?
Yeah.
Buckle up. I go and grab the buckets of salt. I'm gonna pull out like the bottles of holy water. All of the stuff that we've stockpiled. I suppose we wouldn't have holy water. Can we take consecrated honey, pure honey?
I start desperately looking for chocolate raspberries.
Do we have a priest on board to
I was gonna say,
consecrate the honey?
are any of us ordained? Who performed my wedding? Wait, Docus.
Docus.
This isn't like the
We need him to
whole
start
ritual
consecrating.
thing.
Yeah.
Like that's a religious thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. Docus would have some.
Docus is our cleric.
There's also all that rainbow fruit. That's got to be some type of holy nature relic.
Yeah. Docus will give you some holy honey.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
and Rook, you can both add holy honey to your specimens.
Ambrosia.
I need another. I need another spot on the thing.
Just put it in notes then. I don't know.
Specimen. Oh man, I have so much more than
I've run out of room. I'm gonna eat my slice of wedding cake.
You're gonna eat your slice of wedding cake?
It's now's the time. I'm gonna nod, eat.
Okay, hold on. Holy honey.
Yeah, holy honey. As you eat your slice of wedding cake, the memories. I believe you made this wedding cake. If you did not, I'm gonna just say you did because you're the chef. You're amazing.
Okay.
The memories of that wonderful wedding and that joyous time and how much care and thought you put into this wedding cake flood back at you as you are empowered and you're just at peace. You know that like there is a good life out there and all this fighting is worth something. Your next 2 rolls you can make with advantage.
Nice. Okay. We'll take that.
That's pretty good.
That's quite all right.
Man, I'm sitting here like looking at my hostess cake. And that guy's cake looks really good.
Okay, so my plan is to take. Starting with the salt, and basically, I'm not sure exactly how much stuff we have, but I want to start kind of coating the ship with it, starting with the prow and moving my way back.
Yeah. Give me.
Maybe not salt on the prow because rust, but you know what I mean.
I mean, your ship's made out of wood, so
it's gonna be.
Yeah, but not our saw prow or blade prow.
Yeah, the blade isn't made out of wood, but
Man, it's gonna be sticky, but everything's sticky already. I'm gonna take the holy honey. I'm gonna go. We're obviously getting Docus to bless it, and then I'm anointing everybody in the crew first off, so that we are resistant
just go to people sticking honey in their hair. You have been anointed.
No, just slap them in the middle of the forehead. Right? Actually, you know what? I dip my little tiny mushroom hand in it, and then I just slap you in the face. But just once, right? Just like a blap. There you go. So your face is like totally annoyingly sticky. And then like we walk around the outside of the ship. We gotta circle the ship so that they can't grab it. And then someone needs to go down and go all the way along the keel with it as well.
Yeah. Rook, you said you were going and lowering yourself around, covering the ship.
Yeah.
Covering the prow, covering you could give that I'll give you rattle for that because you're working on the ship.
Sweet.
Now, quick question.
Yeah.
How close to the dead and reaching does that bring her?
Pretty close. I'm gonna get her to roll with disadvantage because Rook, it's scary down there. I'm gonna give you also another mire box. You can mark another mire as you get like right down to the bottom of the ship, and you're like, on one of those. You've probably got like a rope and harness tied around yourself, and you're like lowered down.
Grapple gun, but yes.
But yeah, you're grapple gunning down there to like paint like holy honey and salt all over the ship. It's scary. The ghosts are there. They're actively trying to grab you, like. You know those zombie movies where like the zombies pile on top of each other and like try and like reach up to like a helicopter or a plane leaving?
Yeah. World War.
Yeah, you're the helicopter and you're lowering yourself into them instead of raising yourself up.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I have at least some of the stuff on my person, right?
Oh yeah. You're okay. You're still gonna make it at disadvantage as it's terrifying, and as you can hear your ancestors. You can't see them; they haven't appeared yet around you, but you can hear their voices going. If you were stronger, you could have done this one-handed, and with your other hand, you could punch the ghosts.
Well, he's not wrong.
Grandpa, please.
I've also got my bee swarm around me, just kind of like helping with that, just being all like intimidating bees.
Just buzzing at. Yep, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Roll rattle with disadvantage.
Would you say that this counts as climbing or swinging?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so wait, what is rolling with disadvantage going to get me in?
So you roll 4 dice and you take away the best result.
Okay.
So you don't count the best result.
Okay.
Because you get 1 for your edge, which I'm assuming you're using grace or sharps.
I feel like grace is going to be
grace and rattle.
Yeah. That is going to be a 5, but I get to treat triumphs or conflicts as triumphs when climbing or swinging because of my grapple.
Nice. Okay, so go ahead. Sorry.
I just think I love those traits.
Yeah, they're really solid. So instead of taking some damage as these things grab you, you narrowly avoid getting caught by them, and you finish painting the hull of the ship in this holy honey salt. The
sounds delicious, not gonna lie.
The ghosts kind of back away a little bit, and you can feel the ship start actually steering itself where you want it to go. You guys head to the island.
Is that better? Is that better?
Well, you're not.
It sounds so creepy.
You're not lost in a maze of dead ghosts anymore.
We just know we're in a maze of dead ghosts.
Good job, guys. We got to the spooky island. As the boat kind of like lands on the island, because again, this area around here, these aren't what are they called? They're not reefs. They're actual islands. They're all mountaintops. This is like a mountain range, and so they're like all the islands around here are actual solid land. So as the boat kind of docks itself and you guys land, the fog is thicker, and it's not quite as thick as water, but I'd say it's about half as thick as water. So you can physically like move it a little, like moving your arms, moving your limbs. You feel the movement going through the air.
Gross.
Yeah. You know that like disappearing here or getting lost, the odds of survival is pretty low between the ghosts. The ghosts kind of give the island a little bit of space, which is almost more unsettling than if they had have been crowding on the island. And with that thicker fog, you're only able to see maybe 50 feet, 30 feet in front of you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we all tie off, right?
Oh, I'm already on that. That is my life goal. If I die happy, it'll be because I died tying somebody off.
I'm just saying, like, you don't just wander out into the fog without being tied up.
All of us are Rook and have a grapple hook.
I also tie off, but also have the grapple hook. I got both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could we
okay.
fly our steeds?
You could. You can only see 30 feet in front of you. You're more than welcome to fly your bee seeds here. They are able to fly. They don't enjoy being out in the fog, but they are able to fly.
So I'm like, up and away is better than down and dying.
Well, again, the ghosts aren't on the island. They give the island almost like 100-foot, radius.
Yep, that's worse.
Yeah,
That's so much worse. Okay,
That's dead space.
like the space that
No,
even the
the dead
ghosts
don't even
avoid.
want it.
That's not a good look for us.
yeah. Like
So let's explore it.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you taking bee steeds then?
Yeah. Can we just skip the forest by using bee steeds if we go slow and we're careful?
Yeah. I mean, you guys wouldn't be in the forest. You'd be on the island. So you'd be like flying on the island, like through what might be streets if you could see it, or what might be just an empty island. You can't see far enough because you haven't left the ship yet.
Damn, it's a gamble.
Don't worry, guys. I'll stay with the ship. You guys go ahead.
No.
No. Okay, yeah, all right.
I'm
You're
getting
gonna
so
throw
sleepy.
a party.
Okay, here we'll stop and
No, you don't
or-
have to stop.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess you do, so that you can
Yeah.
get my recording. Okay.
yeah. Okay, so Roast will stay behind with the ship.
Yeah.
And the kids.
Because I
And the
did
kids.
just fall asleep sitting up, so I'm like, oof, nope.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Listeners, we'll be right back. And we're back. Hopefully for listeners, there wasn't too much of an issue putting us back together. But yeah, this is part 2. And Rook stays with the ship.
Roast.
No, roast.
Right. Roast stays with... Yeah, that's going to be... Yeah. Roast is... Yep. Rook, Jisun, and Zitzi are heading in to the evil lab. Yeah.
We're gonna fly our beasties because we're not touching that.
That's... Yeah, understandably so. Well done.
We'll bring some color to this island. It'll save them.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll save them, of course.
Don't take this from me.
Yeah. You guys start buzzing the beasties with the little wings, just bzzz. You start buzzing onto the island, and as you get onto the island, it almost feels the fog lifts a little bit. It goes back to being not as thick as it was when you had all the ghosts around. So for explanation, like the fog was thick and sticky, and you could see maybe like 200 feet when you were driving the ship. And then when you started to park the ship and get closer to the island, it got thick, and actually like you can almost swim through the fog, but not quite. And you could only see maybe 30 feet. As you actually get onto the island and get a little ways into the island, it's almost like the eye of a storm, where the fog's lightened to what it was when you were on the ship. So you can see about 200-300 feet, and
Easy.
it's not movable. Like it feels a little thicker than air, but not closer to water. Yeah. You start making out the shapes of weird, almost melted buildings, like as if Krezerin or something. It's not Krezerin. You guys know what Krezerin has done to things and how it's like ruined and misshapen and misformed and adapted things. But this has definitely like an army man put in a microwave, but it's a dollhouse put in a microwave. It's kind of melted a little bit, misshapen. It's sagging in weird areas. And yeah, there's just these buildings scattered about, kind of making what could be a town, but sparsely populated.
Sparsely populated with ghosts or just the buildings?
You're not seeing... Brooke, this is weird for you. I'm not going to give you a mire because it's not horrifying weird. It's just unsettling weird. There's not a single ghost here. Like, you're used to most, if not 99% of everywhere you go having like a bit of a ghostly presence. You know, that's just how the Wildsea is. Like, there's always some kind of ghost just kind of passing through or moving around, or like, you know, there's ghosts. They're just part of your world. There's not a single ghost, spectral essence, nothing is here.
So for the first time in my life, I'm okay. And I feel great. Like, I've got the soundtrack from the Carpenters playing right now. You know, like, just everything feels fine. I'm standing up straight. I'm like super chipper. And I'm like, okay, guys, let's go. Let's figure out what's going on over here. Whee!
I find this highly unsettling.
Brooke's obviously been replaced by a doppelganger. We must kill her.
Exactly. Finally,
Nope, I'm just really feeling confident with me.
Save the children. Leave now.
Striding with a happy, like, you know, like arms up, like, we not a care in the world.
I just start bringing the crossbow up behind her.
No need for that, my buddy.
She has eyes in the back of her head. Great. Murder the demon.
I get it. I totally get it. I'm not normally like this, but like, I got a great feeling about this place. It looks good. I also see some work I can do here. It looks like these houses need help, and like, it for me, this is just like a fixer-upper. This is we should build our home here.
I buzz up to one of the buildings and kind of like rub my hand along the melty part.
Oh,
oh wait, no, wait, stop!
No,
take it all back.
Damn, stop!
I use my oopsie. I take it all back. I swear to God, if you kill me.
Oh man!
As you run your hand across the quote unquote melty part, it's infinitely more solid than you thought it would be.
Oh, okay.
But that's
something way
that
worse.
Eats you.
Like, it's much more solid, but it still moves. Like, when you like rub against it, it melts as if you're melting, like as if you're pushing slime or goo. But when you take your hand back, there's nothing. Yeah, it's like if you like could grab a rock and like shape it like it was clay or putty. Yeah.
I throw a handful at Rook.
You can't actively scoop it though. Like, every time you try and scoop it, it just keeps shaping the building in weird ways. Like, you keep scooping it, and it's making these like wispy things and like wings, but it will never break off the building.
Silly putty.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely. So you said there's more vision here, right?
Yeah. Make a.
Oh no. Gotta stop asking fucking questions.
Yeah, no, don't DM stuff to work with.
Make a sense roll for me, please.
Sense, I have.
Yeah, you're gonna get disadvantage for this. Because this area is not.
Would you say this is a horror?
It's quiet. You know what? Not yet. It's just weird. It's not a full horror yet. It's close. It's close. But it's not a full horror yet.
So I'm going to use instinct and sense. Can I use my bird for this?
What are
Can I mark it to get a secret?
Yeah, you can. But it won't change your roll, but you can get a secret. So yeah, you're gonna roll sense with disadvantage.
Okay, so that's 2 dice.
2 dice and minus the biggest. Yep.
5 and what is the symbol on this dice? A 6.
A 5 and a 6. Okay, so it's a conflict. That's lucky. That's good. So the secret you're gonna get of this area is that there is the only non-misshapen building is at the top of the hill, and it's perfectly intact. And when your bird reaches it, the air is clean, crisp, and lovely. It's almost sweet smelling up there. But everywhere else is this sticky fog of weirdness. And because you got a conflict, you're not going to be surprised by this. You start hearing some noises and some shuffling by what's like as you're playing with this house and this goo and trying to be like, look, guys, like it's fun and weird, and like calm down, Rook, stop being weird.
I don't know what you're
talking about, because for the first time in my life, I am not weird. Smiles like the weirdest cheesy smile. But there's also like behind the eyes, you can see like almost on the verge of tears relief, just a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry to shatter that.
I know, right? Oh, I know it's coming. But like, I'm enjoying this while I can.
Yeah,
it's quiet.
You hear, instead of just the buzzing of bee wings, which was all 3 of you have heard this entire time, Wildsea, you can now hear a bit of shuffling and like not quite a rustling and not quite a slapping noise, like a flopping almost kind of a noise, as something like leans into the window frame just in your view. There's a face looking at you, Wildsea, and it has entirely too much skin.
I proceed to fall off my beat.
I want to teddy bears, but this is good too.
Yeah, you hit the ground, and it's solid stone. There's proper pavers. Like the street feels really like falling on it up close. It's a nice street. Like someone's put effort and work into making a nice street.
I'll admire that after I'm done, being squished by it.
Yeah. This thing in the window, I'm going to say it was a 1-story house, so you didn't fall that far. And like the window's like right there by you. This thing in the window will like slowly open the window pane and be like, hello.
Burn it with fire.
So I ignore the physics that I usually follow with my body, and I just grudge crawl the back away with my elbows going backwards and my knees going backwards as far as I can towards the group, as fast as I can.
As soon as this thing sees that you're a Chelicray, it immediately goes, I'm so sorry, slams the window. And like you just hear this like thwap, thwap, thwap as it like runs away into the house.
All right, I think it's time to get diplomacy and absolutely rain fire upon this land.
No, I like it here.
They've been genetically altered to have more skin. Oh, this is worst. This is the worst place on earth.
Oh my gosh.
I look up for my reverse broken limb on the ground. That's one theory, yes.
Man, I really hope I'm wrong. But just in case, I start drinking.
It's understandable.
I am not knocking on that door. That is nosies.
Nobody's knocking on the door?
Nose. Well,
All
I'm
right.
not knocking on the door.
We're going
I
to go to
know
the
he's
only
in a touch
normal
with
house
clothes.
in the village, which is where the big, incredibly spooky thing lives. And it will probably kill us all except for one. And then that one person has the destiny. Rook, it's going to be you.
Yay!
And then you're going to survive, and you're going to transform, and you're going to take this bad horror trope, and you're going to put him in his grave. And when you do, you spit on him for me. You spit on him for me. Damn, what's in this?
I just kind of look at you like, I'm in denial about all horror things, but I do like the idea of claiming this place for ourselves. So wee.
Nice.
We really like
All right, good chat.
taking people's houses for our own, like things.
Redistribution.
Yeah. So you guys go up to the house on the top of the hill.
Yeah, I get it from my reverse scuttle.
Excellent. You guys make it to the house on the top of the hill, and as I say, you immediately there's a wall where the most fogs, you kind of enter the fog, and there's part where it's part fog, part not fog. It's not a physical wall. This is a harsh line encircling the building where there is no fog. And as soon as you step through that, it's a nice, pleasantly sunny day. Not too harsh, not too bright. You're not even sure how the sun is getting here because it's just a tunnel of fog looking up. It's like the eye of a storm here. And it's perfectly clear, beautiful. As I say, not too sunny, but not too cloudy. The air is crisp and light. It smells of fruits and florals. It's lovely. It's probably
hammock.
the nicest place you've ever seen.
And a little hammock for scraps. Just
I like
literally
hammocks.
setting up a hammock.
Well, clearly this place is fine, so I drop my guard completely. I abandon all pretense of defenses, and I prepare myself to invariably be murdered, for it is too late. I am already in the mouth of the demon.
I hand you a
Cadaverific.
hammock.
Let's go. I knock.
The door opens.
I stride.
And you see inside the house is a creature. I don't know if you could describe them looking at them. They have limbs where limbs shouldn't be. They have parts where parts shouldn't be. They have too many of some parts and not enough of others, and none of them match.
That's really judgmental.
So
I'm going to call him Closet.
So like a Picasso.
Yeah, but if Picasso was stoned and he used 50 different animals to paint one creature.
Gross.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's this. It makes a sound. You're not sure if it makes a sound. It does a thing, and you perceive it as sound, I guess is the best way to put it.
I'm taking a mire.
That's fair. Yeah. That's valid.
But now I'm just kind of picturing that one thing in Futurama with the alternate fat human bender, and it's no, that woo was just the sound of folds, the wind passing through his folds. Woo!
Yeah, no, it just, you perceive it as a sound, and it knows that you perceived it as a sound, and that was its intent, and it starts moving into the house more, and you see there's open room and a hallway and some doors, and it's taking you down a hallway.
I follow it.
Okay. Yeah.
Total denial about bad things here.
Yeah.
I'm re-anointing all of us. I'm going to use that holy honey that I brought along with us, and I'm re-anointing all of us right now.
Excellent. Yeah, you can use that holy honey. All of you are anointed. All of you will do salt damage for the rest of the scene, so long as that honey's on you. Yeah. This thing will take you down. Like, all of the doors are just nondescript, blank, handleless doors along this first hallway. And as it like winds around, first of all, this house is larger than it should be. That's the first thing you notice. Second thing, you never went down any stairs, but all of you know intrinsically you're underneath this house now.
Well, dang.
And you feel like you're going deeper as you wind through these hallways. But again, there's no ramp. Like, you can even test it. Like, one of you could drop a ball or something, and it sits... Like, you know when you drop a ball, it kind of just rolls around because, like... And then it, like, ends up finding wherever the lowest point is in the floor. When you drop a ball here, it lands perfectly and it stays still as if... Like, if you kick it, it will roll. But, like... as if it's perfectly flat already, wherever you drop the ball.
The normal rules do not apply completely. We are starting to enter the space where logic no longer functions.
Now we're even better at dropping the ball.
Yay!
As you wind deeper and deeper into this thing, this creature entity moves through it and picks hallways at seemingly random. Like one time it'll turn left, another right, another it'll go straight. Sometimes it like jumps and it kind of not disappears, but it looks like the hallways shift when it jumps. And if you guys don't jump after it jumped, it kind of nudges or attempts to nudge you back to where you were, and then jumps again until you guys will jump with it, and then it will keep directing you.
There's like spooky dimensional crap going on.
Yeah, this area is weird. It's getting real strange. You start...
Does it speak signaling?
Do you want to try?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll signaling with disadvantage.
Well, I've got a full set of signal flags as well, so I'll give it a bunch of signal flags too. So now we're both signaling in a language we understand.
You're still going to roll at disadvantage.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, this area just doesn't feel right. It's almost... Actually, when you gave all this thing, like, you prepped for this signaling, and you're like, okay, here's what we're going to do. And you, like, discussed with this thing and, like, showed it all the flags and, used hand signs and flailed about. Like, you prepped for this, and it still feels like this is a hard thing to do. Like, the area itself is forcing this to be hard. But yes,
okay,
roll with disadvantage.
Okay. Do you think my chimeric amalgam's rainbowness, the street conflicts, triumphs, when calming self and others, come into play here? What are you trying to signal to it? Are you trying to calm it? Are you trying to calm yourself? No, I am. I'm just trying to get information from it.
Yeah.
Where are we going? Where are you leading me? All right, so 2 dice. Yeah. I'm going to go with tides to understand something unknown.
Yep.
And signaling. It's been a while since I've done this. Yeah, there's a 4 and a 2.
A 2. So that is a disaster. So
no.
You start signaling at this thing, and it starts making noises. Like, it was as it's making these noises, or what perceived as noises, you do realize this thing was leading you. Like, you thought it was leading Jisun because Jisun entered first, but this thing, because you all entered together, Jisun just happened to be in the front. This thing was deliberately leading you. You're starting to piece that together. And now that you're trying to actively interact with this thing instead of like Jisun interacting with this thing on your behalf, it doesn't like that. It's not. It's upset.
I gesture dismissively at it. Point down the way. Lead the way. How dare you disrespect
You're one of the bad guys.
Yeah, and it's because I'm talking to it directly, it feels like I'm doing something wrong.
It's already started to like make other like different sounds, and then you see it like start to scuttle off down a hallway and like down a different path.
We follow as before.
Okay, it's moving much faster this time.
So not waiting for us.
Yeah. Are you guys still chasing after it?
I mean, the other option is get lost forever, so...
I guess we should try to chase anyway.
Okay.
Fail.
What if I try to talk to it, because I'm a skinny one?
There's no time to talk. He's running.
Yeah, he's running. Someone run a roll.
Chase down the Sugaroth.
Yeah, someone want to roll hunt? As you hunt after it, like I think hunt is probably the best thing. Like you're chasing this thing. You're trying to stay with it.
That's about it.
Chasing is not my forte.
That's a me.
Zitzi, you want to roll hunt with disadvantage?
Bet I do.
Excellent.
Can I set the bird on ahead to give me extra vision? And track it? Because it gives me the sight and sound.
I'll give you an extra dice, but you're still rolling at disadvantage. I'll give you the extra dice for that.
Yes. Bird's eye view.
It's not disadvantage in this. I keep saying disadvantage. I'll give you a cut. Sorry, it's advantage and a cut. It's not.
I assumed you were meaning a cut.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 dice this time, using instinct, and hunt.
So you should have 4 dice, right?
Oh, sorry, 4 dice.
Yeah, 4 dice, cut 1. That's it.
2, 2, 4, 1.
2, 2, 4, 1. So it's a conflict with 2, 2, 4, 1. So it's a disaster with a twist. Oh. Zitzi.
I'm not good at rolling today.
It's as your chimeric amalgam flies ahead to try and keep up with this thing and help guide you all to safety. Your chimeric amalgam will keep up with this thing. However, you do not. That's the twist. It's the chimeric amalgam is now with this thing, and you are not. The disaster is because you now are all lost here. You can see a little bit through the chimeric amalgam's eyes, Zitzi, and this thing finally reaches like a large cavernous room, a large area where there's a snake Chelicrae sleeping. It's this huge snake filled with itty bitty, like poisonous spiders. Some of the tiniest spiders you've ever seen, and it's just filled with just hundreds, if not millions, of them. And yeah, this thing enters the room and starts making a racket in there, and the snake wakes up. From all of your knowledge of, war building and whatnot, this is Arbock. This is the General Arbock. And right in that room where Arbock is the blood contract. You can see there's a device, a thing, a something. Again, you're getting weird glimpses through your chimeric amalgam, like it's blurring in and out, and it's fuzzy and it's odd shapen. The blood contract is
I thought we were doing the evil lab.
Oh no, it's not the. Oh yes, sorry. You're right. It is the evil lab. Sorry, I misspoke. The beside the Arbock, the big snake general, is vat tubes, like those like green goo liquid tubes that like they put things like bodies in, or Mewtwo tubes. Yes.
There's like giant like specimen tubes, forms, and there's like bubbles and electrical noises, and we all know what an evil lab looks like.
There's just, as you can see through your chimeric amalgam, it blurs in and out. You can't count how many tubes there are here, but there's lots, and they range in size. Some are like 2 feet tall, and others seem to be like 80, 90 feet tall. And there's just all these tubes and things, and you can't quite tell what's in them, but there's things in them. You're gonna get this is a horror. You're witnessing a horror.
So I would like a whisper, please.
You're gonna get the whisper. What's the whisper? The whisper is
why is it always snakes?
No, because it's I had something here for it too. It's the something about like mutation, something like anti-Darwinism, or something like or like Darwin, like pro-Darwin,
some sort of mutation invocation.
Yeah.
Regressive evolution.
Evolution gone astray. That's the whisper you can have. Yeah. Evolution gone astray. We'll call that's I thought I had something better at one point. It's lost to time. And as you get this whisper, and as you feel your chimeric amalgam, you see that snake eat your chimeric amalgam, and you lose just sense with it. That chimeric amalgam is now mark as many boxes as that chimeric amalgam has. Yeah. You lose contact with that chimeric amalgam. You are all in a hallway with, at one end of the hallway, it goes straight, left, and right. At the other end of the hallway, it goes straight, left, and right. On either side of the hallway are doors with small little, like, postcard-sized windows in them.
Oh, no.
Do the windows go outside?
No.
Do you look in the window?
I do.
There are... Depending upon what window you look in, you see ardents with varying amounts of skin in some of the windows. Some with almost no skin at all. And some with entirely too much skin.
This is some Final Fantasy's Shinra stuff.
I wish to.
There's also like all sorts of animals and things in these rooms, and none of them are looking quite right either. Like, you know those scorpion gators that you guys have seen before? Well, there's one of those, but instead of like, scorpion claws, it has like tentacles. Or there's a pinwolf, but instead of it's like a pinwolf head, it has like a pig's head. There's all sorts of weird, like, looking in these windows, it's again, the rooms inside these windows are also too big for what they should be, and these things are, some of them are alive and like in a, for lack of better words, like an enclosure that looks to be almost designed to keep this thing alive, and others are meticulously dissected and like pinned to the wall at the back of the room, and others are in different states, all like, it's terrifying in here. You're all gonna mark a mire here.
I will.
I have so many mires.
A deck level queasiness.
I wish to crack open all of these doors and free them. Be free.
Any of the living ones?
All of the living ones.
Okay, all of the living ones. Yeah, you open all the doors and you see just herds of things leaving. Like, they don't know where to leave, but they don't want to be here, obviously. Maybe one or two stay because, again, some of the rooms look like enclosures designed for this thing, and so it doesn't really want to leave what is a nice habitat for it. But those that do leave will leave. One of the creatures, ardents, I guess you would call it with way too much skin as it's leaving, like stops and looks at you and thank you.
So
This is I don't thank you. And it just kind of leaves, like it doesn't know where to go, but it doesn't, or they don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Closing time. Na, 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 na.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let yourself into the world. I know who. Sorry.
You all are sitting here and you realize that you can feel a presence coming.
Let's leave.
Like, Zitzi, Zitzi, you know that Arbock's here. Your intel said Arbock wasn't here. That's why you guys were like doing this quote unquote raid. Zitzi, Arbock's here, and you can feel like an oppression coming. And as soon as that oppression like starts hitting, you see half of the like things that were leaving start running, and the other half just walk back in silence and close themselves back in their rooms.
Well, okay.
All the ones who do that, I'm like, so who wants to revolution? Because we can just like try to murder your oppressor. That's an option that is legitimately on the table right now. Just so you know. Help appreciated, but you've been through a lot. Not necessary, but just saying.
Roll sway.
Okay.
And you get a cut.
My dice.
So
I lost my dice. Hold on.
So it's 2 dice, cut 1.
I have a blankie. They're somewhere in the blankie. Okay,
Someone
2
wanna
dice,
roll?
cut 1.
Yeah. 2 dice, cut 1.
2
Okay,
cut 1.
I got
Do
it.
I even get like a thing? I found them.
No.
Oh, it's too late.
Well, I'm curious to see what you rolled because it's better than what I rolled.
I doubt it.
What'd you roll there, Rook?
You roll a 1.
A 1 and a 5. So cut the 5. You managed to convince a few of them to actually come with you. Like you get a small handful of things, creatures, people that will stand with you. A few of them are like, enough is enough. We're done. We're done being experimented on.
One way out. So have any of them mutated in a way that is like X-many advantageous to our revolution, or are these mostly just blob people?
Mostly just blob people.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Slaps all around.
I picked the most physically fit follower that we have, and I give them the paring knife that I stole from.
Sorry, I don't mean blob as in they're large. I mean blob as in like they have too much like at the end of Austin Powers when Fat Bastard loses all the weight?
Yeah, they're a giant walking.
I'm just imagining like when a toddler wears an adult-sized hoodie.
Yeah.
It's more like 8 full-sized hoodies that are all made of themselves, except it isn't really themselves because it's been attached to them.
It's unsettling. Yeah,
that's a word for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I arm.
You shake their hand and it wobbles.
You arm them all, or just?
Well, I don't have a lot of arms on me. I do have a paring knife, and so I can be like, "Yo, you look like the natural crafted hero of the way too much skin people. Here, have this knife."
Excellent. They take the knife from you. Thank you. They'll hold the knife like they're ready. They're
excellent.
They're willing to do anything it takes.
Need to be armed because I might be able to.
There's like a handful of them. I don't know. Whatever a handful is.
I've still got a 3-foot rose vine that I think I've had literally the whole game. I've never known what to do with. So like one of them can use it like a cool whippy thing.
Excellent.
Like they're a sexy grass Pokemon.
Yes.
Or Digimon. And I also just have a bucket of nails.
Excellent. You give one of them a whip and they're like, thank you. Like they're ready to like practice whipping it a little bit and like getting ready. And then you give the other a bucket of nails and they thank you. Like actually thank you. 'Cause I've never had anything, but also like, I don't know how to use this, but okay.
It's simple. All you got to do is get some duct tape and a bomb and it's awesome.
Okay, then.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
You take a cherry bomb, you stick it in the bucket, you duct tape it up real quick, lob that thing at your enemies, and watch it fly. It's so cool.
Anywho.
Pressing square for doubt.
Does anybody have a cherry bomb?
That sounds a lot like a shrapnel-based weapon to me.
No. Arbock, come! You see Arbock at the end of the hallway, and as they like slither crawl, again, it's a giant like 8-foot long snake, 8 or 8 feet tall. Like if it stands up tall,
that's okay.
It'd be 8 feet tall. So I guess its like length would probably be closer to like 12 or 14. I don't know how snakes work. I don't know what they're like. What's the weight ratio of it? You know, like when a snake like raises its head up and does that like snaky thing, like the thing that snakes do.
Oh, like cobras specifically, right?
Yeah. Like what's that ratio of like height to length for a snake?
It alters depending on how intimidating they're trying to be.
I think in a much easier way we can quantify this. Ian, if I'm looking at this snake, and I'm a mushroom, right? I got like my little cone head, but it's not like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Can he just grab me by the head with his jaws?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, then that's a big blankety blank snake.
Again, when it does its raised up thing, it's 8 feet tall, and it's probably a good 3 feet around.
That is a
And
Monday to
now
Friday snake.
I no longer care about the exact dimensions of the snake. I'm more concerned with what it's about to do to me.
That's fair.
That's correct.
Does any of us have fire?
And the snake, again, remember, the snake is a chelicrae, so it is a snake suit full of just the tiniest spiders you've ever seen. Zitzi, you know, some of you might know, but Zitzi, you know that these are some of the most poisonous spiders out there, too.
Quick question.
Okay.
How close, like, I'm assuming swiftly approaching, but not quite at us yet?
Yes.
Okay. Do any of us have particularly good aim?
Technically, it's me.
Do you think you do? I mean, like, every roll we've had has disadvantage.
Yes.
Although Jisun did have cake. Do you still have cake advantage?
Jisun,
Absolutely, I do.
Cake.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I am going to when I use a thing and it says like once per scene, I have to mark it on the track, right?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to tool belt so I can swiftly craft a one-track creation without needing to roll. And I turn to the guy I handed the bucket of nails to and I say, sorry, could I just get that back for 1 second? And I managed, and I'm going to turn this into a grenade.
Excellent.
And I don't know what I use as an explosive, but I used my tool belt, so you can be sure I did. And I duct tape that thing, and I hand it to Jisun, and I say, go catch, or the opposite, toss.
Clearly, it was smolder grit, because that's exactly what it's for, right?
Yeah.
And I am going to open up a slot in my leg like a rifle top loader. I'm going to catch the grenade in it and chamber it, and then point it at Arbock. And
I'm assuming as he approaches, he does the like mouth open jaw thing, unhooking the jaw. So nice wide target.
Yeah, I'm gonna leap into the air and flourish that directly into his mouth.
Oh my gosh, like it's an anime sports game and you just got your special sequence thingy.
Excellent. Yeah, exactly. Right. We're going to cutscene a quick time event this into his face. Yes.
Yeah. Roll with advantage.
Oh boy.
Because you ate cake.
All right. And I'm going to have to
have your advantage and cake it too.
Grace and flourish. Is that fine?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then with advantage is going to be 5. I'm going to have to roll these a bunch of times, but that's okay. Okay. So we've got a 1 and a 2. That's not encouraging.
Okay.
We've got a 6 and a 4.
More encouraging.
Okay, so the highest.
And we've got a 6.
Oh, yeah. Excellent. So that's
6 with a twist.
6 with a twist.
Oh.
Jisun, tell me what happens as this thing hits Arbock.
I would imagine he would gullet it because he doesn't have I assume he's, as you say, a sack full of spiders. So he doesn't have a diaphragm probably to properly eat and digest you.
No.
So it's more like, if I was to picture it, it's more like actually one of those windsocks, really. I mean, sure, he has a lot of mass, but he's more like a windsock. You know what I mean?
So that baseball in one of those.
Travel on down them, and you're going to get that nice little, Hollywood snap crackle, the kindling is starting to crackle as
just
fire
a second.
goes.
Someone's breathing. Okay, they stopped. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Jisun.
You just hear somebody pass out.
It crackles. It pops. It explodes from inside of his skin, and depending on how tough that snake is and how,
I mean, it's at least in half, right?
I don't know if it would be enough to blow him directly in half, but it would definitely be enough to super tatter him and shred holes.
You see him again, as you say, like a windsock, swallow this thing because
Say
he's
we
used.
also all do salt damage.
Yes.
Oh yes.
He's not a spirit though, but
it's salty.
Yeah. As you say, like a windsock, he just lets this thing enter him because he's used to just like swallowing things whole as if he was a snake, but inside the snake is a million spiders that just start attacking and devouring the thing inside the snake. Like it's terrifying, really, to be inside of him. And so he swallows this bomb whole, and as he swallows it, you can see he's never had anyone like actively oppose him, I guess would be the best word. Like everyone's always been too afraid or too scared or too just awestruck.
It's sort of like he's really used to the fight being over in one move. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
He's one punch snake.
Yeah. And so he swallows this bomb whole, and you just hear this like boom as nails explode through the snake skin. And he's taken a lot of damage. He's in a lot of pain, and he's not happy about it.
Excellent.
How dare you? What?
Right, shoot him.
Just starts like slithering toward, like the spiders start crawling like out of his mouth and like giving up on the snake skin and just start covering the walls and floor and ceiling as they like scuttle towards you. And just this voice of like echoing backwards, like, I'll get you.
Are there still nails all around, like in the walls and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my volt shot and shoot the nails to create like an arc web of electricity. In the most ironic thing I think I could pull off.
Okay.
And then with all the spiders that's gonna hit, I'm gonna use the Whisper Evolution Gone Astray, and it's gonna like trip them out and trigger like a do you know what a poison pot is? Where like the most deadly thing fights until there's only one left, and that's the most deadly thing. Yeah, I'm gonna trigger
like
that with all these
monologue in James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that to all these spiders with the electrical
Yeah. Roll to hit, I guess.
Okay.
Because you're firing your gun.
Where did I put the dice? I just had them.
Using rattle? No, not rattle. Hunt. Yeah, hunt makes the most sense. And roll with a cut.
Yeah. The correct word this time.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I have a whisper being active on this too. So that is a 6, a 3, and a 4.
A 4. So a conflict. You're able. Nice. Just made it.
I'm so tired of missing.
You're able to hit this, and it's not all of the spiders will start hunting each other, but you can hear him going like, stop it, and then the voice gets quieter and quieter as it's a smaller and smaller section of spiders yelling stop it, and as the others just start attacking each other, this small section will make it over to you guys, and they will start biting you and attacking you. You all take 2 points of damage as he, like, what little is left starts swarming you.
I will end you for the glory of Arkno.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can I send my bees at them?
Yeah, you don't need to roll for that. Your bees eliminate what's left of this thing. And
learn how to fly, bitches. Punch them in the face. Not even stinging them, just like kicking them from above because they can.
Nice. You, upon like killing Arkno, upon killing Arbock, upon killing Arbock, you all feel like just lighter, like a weight's been lifted from you. Like the whole, like,
Twice
it doesn't
in one
feel
day.
oppressive anymore.
Can we like take away some Myers then, please?
Yeah, you can all heal a mire.
Oh, finally a Meyer I needed to get rid. Oh, I'm not like Rook, who has like all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you can all heal one. And it also, as Arbock dies, you notice things in here shift a little bit, and it doesn't feel quite so weird. Instead of the air smelling sweet and no, it wouldn't shift. Never mind, nothing shifts. The rooms are all still large and weird, but that creature suddenly blinks back into the, like, rolls down a hallway, sees what you guys did, and then we'll just like start motioning for you all to follow it again.
If no one has a thirsty clank, can I have that snake skin?
I was gonna say somebody should take
one?
it.
Yeah, you can take giant snake skin.
The holy one?
I mean, like, you can take half, like, upper half of giant snake skin.
Well, it's been blown apart pretty good. It's got a bunch of holes in it. I need to incorporate it with my
lower half.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah. Yeah.
I got room for it.
Yeah, upper.
Oh, that means I get a
and
hood out
lower
of
half.
it.
Yeah, go for it. You can write that down. You can write down upper half. Of
Well,
giant
I'm wearing
snake skin and
Orkno
lower half.
like a Nemean lion.
You mean not Orkno, Arbock.
Arbock.
Yeah.
Is that like weirdly disrespectful because it's probably the body of somebody who he tortured?
We're not thinking of that.
It's revengeance, so it's okay. He's being worn as a message of hatred back to the people who killed him.
I was thinking we should probably just like sew him up and repair him, and then like fill him with someone else, and give ourselves a giant snake.
Do I find my chimeric amalgam?
Not in his body. Are you following the weird thing?
Of course I'm following the Shegaroth.
Okay. Yeah, you all follow it, and you make it to that room with all the vats and tubes and creatures. There is just so many creatures and things and chimeras here. It's terrifying how much power Arbock had here. And in one of the vats is your chimeric amalgam. It's pretty beaten up and bruised, and it has other bits fused onto it too.
Ooh.
What do you mean other bits fused onto it too?
We'll deal with that later. But
What?
yeah.
No, my chimeric amalgam.
He was beautiful and perfect.
I just start breaking the glass with my spear. I knew chimera.
You grab it and like cradle it in your body, and it'll like go back into its like little safe nest inside your body. But it's changing. Like that goo in there was Krezerin and other things and all sorts of like, you don't know what it was, but
What did you do to my baby?
yeah, you can put it back in your little like spot.
Now, I know this is a complete long shot, but with all these Mewtwo tanks, is there any chance there's just a Mew playfully watching us and like goofing around? That could be my friend.
No, I'm sorry. There's no playful Mew. There is a literal Mewtwo in one of the tanks.
Oh, cool.
But there's no playful Mew. There is, however, that weird thing that's like making sounds again.
I guess we should
and
with.
moving and like pointing at some kind of like control panel.
I guess I just start pushing buttons then. Or maybe I observe it first and then push buttons.
Yeah, no, it's basically trying to get you to push buttons.
Buttons.
Excellent.
The gear rabbit
And
strikes
levers.
You keep pushing buttons until you hear the self-destruct sequence activating. Shields down.
Well, crap. Hey guys! To the bees!
When we said all the buttons, we didn't mean that button.
All the tubes start draining with their liquid, and you see some of the creatures just like flop out of them and pretty much like melt or die or like fizzle into smoke.
Ah.
You start seeing like ghosts appearing all around, like phasing in and out, almost like they're like flickering. And you can see that there were some tubes on the wall that you hadn't noticed before that looked to be like channeling pure ghosts around this facility.
Dang it!
And as like things flicker and go weird, again, the tubes are opening, things are dying left and right. The odd thing is alive and like starting to like wake up and like climb out or like fight other things. It's getting crazy up in here. And with that, like the ghosts leaving those tubes, the whole area flickers and all of your minds twitch, and everything all of a sudden makes sense in your mind, and you now see the actual stairs that you all have been climbing up and down, and you see the correct hallways that you went left and right at, and like you can see the actual sizes of rooms and buildings and things. Like it's no longer distorted in here.
The fun house effect ends.
Yeah, I assume
and
you
we're
flee.
surrounded by ghosts.
I guess we flee, seeing as we have no time to grab anything.
Flee.
Yeah.
I yell at the Sheggoth
No,
to
wait,
flee
hold
too.
Hold up. I got this. So I have this whisper called Feast for the Masses here. And I would like to basically create a giant magic trough to draw these ghosts to it and give us our time to make good with these ghosts. Now that we've undone their prison and allowed them back purchase into this world, I'm going to use this whisper to create an offering for them.
Yeah, what does this offering look like? Like what do you piece together from all this like wreckage and weirdness? And that's
I cut into reality with the side of my hand, and a black inky nothingness fills the void of space with stars.
You see each ghost come forward and like pluck a star from space itself, from nothingness, and like hold it to their chest as they like disappear in bliss and joy and contentness. And yeah, you see like a dozen or so of them come up and take this offering that you've given to them. And then finally one comes up and just like looks at you all and like pushes you, and you're outside of that building, and you're outside and you're in the town, and the like fog is all gone, and it's just a town on a nice sunny day. And the building just explodes and erupts, but you can tell that those ghosts are still like somewhere within that explosion. The ghosts are fine, and they're getting these stars, and they're just disappearing into happiness and bliss. And yeah. But yeah, the whole building just erupts in flame and crezerin, and it misshapes, and the island itself almost seems to start like tearing and pulling the building down, and the earth seals up around it as the explosion ends.
Oh, I totally missed my chance to do a "Hey there, demons, it's your boy G-Son" moment. Oh,
It's okay.
Well-
We're sending all those dead bodies down to the whoever has the beetle. Hashtag Hello Fresh up in here.
Oh yeah, the beetle
It is
definitely.
fresh.
The beetle will definitely come out, and you can see it like mark the area.
Cause we just sent down a whole warehouse of dead mutated things. That's got to be great for that person's.
That's
research.
hell fresh. Yeah.
Yeah. Jisun, you like where you got pushed by this thing. You're gonna have a like ghostly mark there.
Oh, cool.
And you can take the whisper, marked by ghosts.
Noise.
This man marked by Furia.
Now to never use that.
Excellent. Yeah, and I think as you guys make it back to the ship, we're going to end the session there.
Okay.
Have like ghosts and spirits and stuff like returned generally to this area?
Yes, it's like you can now
Rook
see
is
all
very
the way
sad.
out. You can now
Very
see
sad
all
and
the
very
way
uncomfortable.
out into the sea. There's no longer that like writhing storm of ghosts like trying to pull things down. All those ghosts have dissipated. They've all kind of gone back to resting, and it's now just the occasional ghost. Like anywhere else you'd be on the Wildsea, you just see the occasional ghost.
I was kind of hoping there'd just be like an endless queue of ghosts now all lining up to go to the star scar.
Yeah, no, there is like if you could see underground, there is still all those ghosts going there. Like there's a swarm of them. You just can't see it because it's so far underground. But yeah.
Another big boss down. They're gonna need more than one replacement.
Nice. Yeah, okay. So I guess we did do last time we did the end of session stuff on camera. So you guys, the end of session questions were, did we strike a blow against the Empire or its leaders? I'd say yes. Did we protect the common folk from harm? I'd say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The uncommon.
Did we learn something new about the Empire and its plans?
Well, they were trying to breed their own
Explain.
people and mutate creatures.
Make bespoke.
I mean, we
random
learned about the
bodies.
plan that we actively disrupted, but nothing in the wider scope of intelligence.
Yeah, I'd say no. So I'll give you guys 2 yeses. So you guys will have two choices to like heal, upgrade, those kind of choices. We'll do that during downtime. Anyway, listeners, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I was Ian the Firefly.
I was Austin the Tsetse. Nice and simple this week.
As Bev the tiny nail bomb.
And I am Dylan, and I was Jisun. Have a good night.
And there was Jonathan, and they were Rook, but they had to go to bed.
No, I was Rook.
Oh,
No,
they were
they were roast.
They were roast.
You're so bad at
This is
that.
gonna be so hard for me.
This is episode 3.
It's so difficult. I don't have the brain power for this, you guys. I'm not good with names. We're sponsored by nobody. Signing off.